On the news, President Tinubu swears in 8 new permanent secretaries. NCAA suspends all wet lease aircraft on the United Nigeria Airlines over Abuja flight diverted to Delta State. And police arrest 7 suspects plotting violence in Kano after appeal court judgment on governorship election. Hello, welcome to News Now on TV360 Nigeria. I am Simisola Adigo. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in the 8 new permanent secretaries following their recent appointment after successfully scaling the Federal Civil Services selection process. The swearing-in ceremony preceded the commencement of the weekly Federal Executive Council FEC meeting at the Council Chambers of the State House, Abuja, on Monday. The meeting was attended by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Folashade Yemi Eson, the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, among others.
Mr. President has sworn in 8 new permanent secretaries, and he believes sincerely that it is only a merit-based system that can produce permanent secretaries that would drive the renewed hope agenda of his administration.
A career-defining moment for all of us. Every director aspires to be a permanent secretary, so this has charged us to bring in our expertise and experience in order to ensure effective and efficient policy implementation.
There are growing concerns about the safety of Nigeria's airspace, as one air mishap or the other have been a subject of public scrutiny. Correspondent Chidi Igwe looks at the latest incident that has made the Aviation Ministry wield the big stick.
Nigerian aviation authorities are certainly taking this incident very seriously, even though the United Nigerian Airline had tried to downplay it. Despite the NCAA not elaborating on the suspension, sources in the aviation industry say all the wet lease aircraft in the operations of the United Nigerian Airline would remain suspended pending the outcome of an investigation on Sunday's incident involving one of the wet lease aircraft in the fleet of the airlines. Now, early on Monday, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, announced he had summoned all heads of regulatory agencies in the ministry over the incidents. The airline has come under strong criticism over the handling of his incidents many consider bizarre. On Sunday, United Nigerian Airline plane destined for Abuja suddenly landed in Asaba, the capital of Delta State, with the airline crew announcing to the passengers that it had reached Abuja, only for them to discover that they were in Asaba. The airlines later put out a statement saying the plane had to land in Asaba owing to the poor destination weather. But reports have since emerged of air traffic controllers of Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, NAMA, contravening the claims of the airline that the weather in Abuja at the time was poor. Chidi Igwe, TV360, Lagos.
Following the appeal court judgment on the Kano governorship election, which sacked Abba Yusuf of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, the Kano State Police Command says it has uncovered some groups plotting to unleash violence on the state. The State Police Commissioner, Usaini Gumel, who disclosed this while speaking to newsmen on Monday, said some faceless groups who claim to be traders are gathering at some point of the state, including some local government areas. He assured that the command is on top of the situation, having arrested 7 suspects, and they would soon be charged to court. In a bid to restore political stability in Ondo State, President Bola Tinubu on Friday waded into the months-long crisis between factions loyal to the executive governor, Rotimi Akeredolu, and the deputy governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa. This followed marathon negotiations between the president and the deputy governor, representatives of Governor Akeredolu, federal and state lawmakers of Ondo, officials of the state's chapter of the All Progressives Congress, and other stakeholders at the State House, Abuja. Correspondent Comfort Samuel has more on the story.
The clash between Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu and his deputy, Lucky Ayedatiwa, has prompted both public outcry and legal action, raising critical questions about the state of governance and democracy in Nigeria. Akeredolu's illness and absence had induced political maneuvering and created animosity between the deputy governor and his principal. After Akeredolu's return from his medical leave in August this year, the State House of Assembly made a sudden move to remove the deputy governor, whom they accused of disloyalty and gross misconduct. The governor also sacked most of the aides of the deputy governor, including his media aides, after he returned to the country after his treatment abroad. But the deputy governor obtained an order of the Federal High Court that restrained the chief judge and the lawmakers from taking any further step in the process until the court had examined Aiyedatiwa's complaints. Over the weekend, President Bola Tinubu intervened in the political field where the warring factions reached a truce. During the 6-hour resolution, President Tinubu urged all opposing parties in conflict to put aside their differences and embrace peace, eliciting commitment to this effect. Take a listen to what Deputy Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa said.
We can but thank Mr. President for his fatherly intervention in the Edo State crisis. Tonight it has been brought to a resolve, and for us, we embrace all that have been agreed. We want peace in Edo State, we want development, and we want progress, because when there is no peace, there can never be any form of development. So for us, we all embrace, because we have been a peaceful people until now because of our political situation, one political situation or the other. But today, we have resolved, due to the intervention of Mr. President, to all work together as a team. We have always been a team, one administration, that our principal have taught us in the last 7 years, one administration. And that is what we are going away with from here also, to work together as a team.
Both sides have resolved to embrace amity and maintain status quo, as Aiyedatiwa promised to carry along members of the State Executive Council and officials in signing the affairs of the state. Similarly, Speaker of the Ondo State House of Assembly, Oladiji Olamide, has resolved to halt all impeachment moves against the Deputy Governor. Comfort Samuel, TV360 News, Lagos.
Ayetoro, a tranquil community nestled by the Atlantic Ocean in Ondo State, has recently found itself in the throes of a dire catastrophe as unprecedented sea surge has swept through its landscape, leaving destruction in its wake. The once vibrant community now bears the scars of nature's wrath, with approximately half of its infrastructure succumbing to the relentless force of deluge. This next report has more details.
Ayetoro community is a theocratic communist setting funded by a group of believers known as the Apostles in 1947. Ayetoro community in its heydays has the largest per capita income in the whole of West Africa. Initially, Ayetoro community was 15 to 20 kilometer landmass away from the sea. But as it stands now, more than 10 kilometers of the total landmass has gone into the sea. And this frequent surge is attributed to emission from multinational oil companies off the coasts of our land, not minding the environmental challenges and disasters.
This is a community established in one of the Nigeria base. A lot of people you see in the offshore were trained here, both mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, and nautical engineer were trained in this bush. Yes, this bush, I call this place bush. And this is the Shenkord Technical Workshop approved by the IWD, which is now Minister of Transport. IWD means the Inland Waterway Department. That is the colonial time.
This place is like small London. So, and our primary occupation here is fishing. You can see now, everything now has been eroded. Some of our fishermen, they have went to other places to find for their source of livelihood.
It's just a sudden that we have been experiencing sea encroachment coming every day by day. And since that time, we have been making efforts, writing letters to the federal government, because we are law-abiding citizens. We believe that we cannot engage ourselves in a radical ways, because we believe that by protesting, writing letters, federal government can come to our aid. By the videos, a lot of things we have been doing since we have been expressing the Sea Church.
I'm shooting.
That area, that is the iconic worship center. Yeah, that wood. That is the iconic worship center. Over there, we have the community service center here, over there. Then at the same time, the major streets where other minor streets were linked to has been permanently submerged by the ocean surge.
I am seriously worried. I'm worried because this recurrency surge is affecting us in virtually all human aspects of our life. Social life has been collapsed, economic-wise has been collapsed, health-wise, nothing to sing and dance home about. Even our religious activities, our life, religious life, has been collapsed totally. Because Ayeto community is a religious setting. The church moved here. We have not just come here to trade or to do other activities. The church is the community is the church. So every aspect of our life has been totally, damaged by this current, recurring sea surge happening in Ayeto. Over 20 years, we've been into this. Up till now, we cannot see the hand of the government coming to help and to rescue us. It is so sad, and that's why I'm worried.
Tí ẹ bá wo gbogbo ibi ilé ló kún bẹ̀, gbogbo ilé yẹn ni òkun ó ti parẹ́ pátápátá. Bó dẹ̀ ṣe ń wó ilé yẹn ló ń wó gbogbo àwọn ohun àlùmọ́nì wa, àwọn ohun tí a ní ilé, ohun ẹrù wa, ìmíì gan tó bá ń wo báyìí tí a bá tètè dìsámúra àti gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, ó gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ nìyẹn.
Do join us by 7 p.m. as we premiere the full documentary and unveil how the ocean surge is threatening to completely wipe Ayetoro off the face of the earth. We'll take a break now, but coming up, Nigeria Referees Association reiterates commitment to sanction erring officials. We'll be back with details shortly.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
And wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the Go-To app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other Paper Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Welcome back. Let's take you through our top stories. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in 8 new permanent secretaries following their recent appointment after successfully scaling the Federal Civil Services selection process. The swearing-in ceremony preceded the commencement of the weekly Federal Executive Council FEC meeting at the Council Chambers of the State House, Abuja, on Monday. The meeting was attended by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Folashade Yemieson, and the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, among others. We also informed you that there are growing concerns about the safety of Nigerians' airspace as one air mishap or the other after one of the aircraft of the United Nigeria Airlines diverted to Asaba International Airport on Sunday rather than the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. According to the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, all the wet-leased aircraft in the operations of the airline would remain suspended pending the outcome of an investigation on the Sunday incident involving one of the wet-leased aircraft in the fleet of the airline. In case you missed any of our news bulletins or for more updates, you can catch us on Limex World TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store and Huawei App Gallery. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online.
Opinions are free, facts are sacred, but truth is universal.
How, in practical terms, can we, for instance, de-escalate the tension?
President must see himself as the President of the Federal Republic.
We know where the enemy is. 3 places. The Lake Chad Basin, the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and then the Sambisa Forest.
On Digi 360, we give you a complete dose of everything. Opinion, facts, and undiluted truth.
I hardly believe what politicians say in this part of the world.
A new Nigeria is possible, a future is possible.
We delve into the issues, dissect it so that you can understand it, use it to take action.
I don't think there's any need for any governor to look for grant for ranching.
Digi 360, dissecting the issues.
Corruption not in my country.
Cut. All right. What's your name again? Kemi?
Yes, sir.
Good. Are you ready for us for next week?
Yes, sir.
Next.
No, sir. No.
What? Look, what we need here is one who can speak fluent English. Give her a chance.
I need a angel to hold me. Hold me, my beautiful angel.
Cut! It is Angel, not Angel. Please, I'm done with you. Excuse us. Kemi was far better.
It's not about our rendition. It's not about our performance here. By the time she and her friends join us in our hotel rooms, you will know how far.
Can I have her phone?
She has a robust profile.
Real robust profile. I do not undercut professional ethics. It is an act of corruption. Not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
Stop corruption now.
Well, let's now join Tamilore Akinkwoliye for the latest in the world of business. What's happening, Tamilore?
Thank you, Simisola. Hello and welcome to Business News. The Central Bank policy speech is taking office in September at the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria annual dinner in Lagos on Friday. In his much-awaited speech, the Apex Bank governor signaled further interest normalization, an increasing bank capital base, and the adoption of an explicit inflation targeting framework to enhance the effectiveness of monetary policy. This next report has more details. The biggest factor endangering Nigeria's economy in recent times is the country's struggle with inflationary pressure and the drop in crude oil production. This has restrained state finances while sending shockwaves through the economy's many sectors. Speaking over the weekend at the CIBN dinner, the central bank governor outlines a chain of impact this output failure caused to both fiscal and monetary policies. In a bid to profile solutions to end this trend, the 12th governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria announced that banks will be mandated to increase their capital base to achieve Nigeria's economic expansion agenda.
Considering these developments, it is evident that economic fundamentals play a crucial role in the effectiveness of monetary policy actions in addressing macroeconomic challenges. Therefore, it is imperative that we build a robust institutional framework to support monetary policy in achieving its objectives of ensuring price and monetary stability, which in turn guarantee financial system stability.
Bolonwu Olojide, Group Managing Director, Capital Bank PLC, says that it is obvious that inflation has continued to last despite economic tightening.
We are at a junction where we must think again whether we should continue to tighten or whether we should find some other means of tightening. So if what we're going to arrive at every meet is maybe an increase in MPR, we must ask ourselves, is it really working? And if from the numbers we have been seeing, it appears as if the critical drivers of the inflation that we are experiencing goes beyond just increasing MPR, which is what happens almost every MPC meeting.
The Apex Bank governor also pledged to focus on rebuilding trust in the regulator, manage liquidity to curb inflation, bring down high interest rates, and stabilize the exchange rate. Comfort Samuel, TV360 News, Lagos.
We'll take a break here and be back with Stock Market Report. The local bonds rose by 0.17% on the first weekday of trading, with the market cap at 39 trillion naira and a basis point at 71,000 mark. Now, thanks to investors with bought shares of FBN Holdings and John Oates, they occupied the top league of gainers at the close of trading, as investors gained about 133 billion naira. Now, for the market summary, 124 listed equities participated in trading, and in 9,267 deals, investors traded 746 million volumes of shares worth over 5.945 billion naira. Now, to our select global stocks, it's however a different story, as stocks struggled for direction after the Thanksgiving and the shortened Black Friday section, giving all our select stocks the UK FTSE at 0.37%, US Dow Jones at 0.23%, Japan's Nikkei at 0.53%, giving them a bearish stock. And that's all in business and stock market report. Simi, over to you. Thank you very much, Tamilore. A French court has tried 6 teenagers in connection with the beheading of history teacher Samuel Paty behind closed doors. The shocking murder took place in 2020 after the teacher had shown his pupils caricatures of the Prophet Muhammad in a class on freedom of expression. Paty was killed outside his school in a Paris suburb by Abdullah Anzorov, an 18-year-old assailant of Chechen origin who was shot dead by police soon afterwards. 5 of the 6 students, who were 14 to 15 years old at the time, face up to 2.5 years in prison for criminal conspiracy with intent to cause violence after being accused of identifying the teacher to the killer in exchange for money. In sports, President of the Nigeria Referees Association, Sani Zubair, has reaffirmed the association's commitment to ensuring that referees performing below standard are removed from the country's domestic leagues. Zubair made this statement in response to ongoing concerns about poor officiating in the Nigeria Premier League Premier Football League. The NPFL season for the 2023-2024 session is currently 10 weeks old, with consistent complaints about subpar officiating. In response to these issues, the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has suspended 14 referees on November 6 due to poor officiating. Well, that's the end of our bulletin. Join us again next time. Thank you for watching.